Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you, I guarantee it. Now, let me go and get into this thing here. Now, I'm going to discuss and talk about how women do not take accountability. Why is it that black women hate to apologize? Why is it that black women hate to say, I'm sorry, or it was my fault? Now, I'm going to show you some clips out of fair use and for educational purposes, showing you women and a man, I believe, that's going to explain this. But women, you cannot be accountable if you don't learn how to humble yourself and apologize for the wrong that you have done. Let's go ahead and get into it.
So I was talking to a male friend of mine the other day, and he told me that women don't apologize and women can't be held accountable. And I began to really think deeply about this idea. And one of the things that came across my mind is in the last 9 months or so of me being in my private practice, I have myself experienced many women, whether they came in as a couple or they came by themselves, they very abruptly discontinued their therapy.
Now, I want you to think about this. This is a lady who is a therapist or a psychiatrist. This is the person you go to for therapy. And when a woman comes to her and she has a mirror placed in front of her, showing her the type of woman that she has been to a man or the type of woman that she is, and she see her own faults, she see the things that she needs to apologize for. It was too much for her. It's putting her in the hot seat. Accountability is putting women in the hot seat. It makes them cringe to the point that they would stop. They will stop going to therapy, even if they have already paid to go there, even if they're going to pay for the next one. They will quit because they have to say they're sorry. They have to take responsibility. They have to show accountability. It's too uncomfortable to understand that you are the problem and not the other people. You get what I'm saying? You have women who will briefly say, I'm sorry, yeah, I'm sorry, and then they're turning around on you. You could, for example, you did this, and you say, yeah, I'm sorry, but you did this, you did this. That's not a person who is really sorrowful for her actions. If a person says they're sorry and then instantly start talking about what you did or try to say that what you did caused them to act a certain way, that is a person who is not remorseful and they are still trying to shift the blame on you. Let's keep going.
Continued their therapy. And I started to reflect and really think, what was going on here? And I noticed that after I had to confront them about something, I had to bring to their attention something they were doing that wasn't contributing to the health of the relationship, they became very defensive and very, just very harsh, and they stopped coming. And even though the husband would continue to come, he made it very clear that, yeah, she won't apologize.
Now, I want you to understand this too, because I went through that before. The man will keep going to therapy. He really wants to work it out. The woman don't. See, men have a tendency of taking accountability more often than a woman. We're willing and ready to try to save our families, to try to save our relationships and everything like that. And we're willing to say, hey, baby, I messed up this way. Because men are problem fixers. We like to fix and solve problems. So once we identify the problem, we say, okay, we were the problem. What we got to do to fix it? And we try to get the tools to try to fix it. But a woman, she can't do that. Her pride, her ego, all that hot girl summer, all that I'm an independent boss B word, it won't let her. Women today do not have humility. Without humility, you cannot have a person who apologizes genuinely. Without humility, without a remorsefulness for what they've done wrong to you, ladies and gentlemen, they are insincere, and they may just be saying they're sorry because they was caught, not because they hurt you or impacted you in a negative way. Let's keep going.
Very clear that, yeah, she won't apologize. She thinks you're wrong. She thinks you're taking my side. And I began to really reflect, like, oh my gosh, is it true that women don't apologize? Is it that women struggle with being held accountable? I'd love your thoughts on this. Me personally, I think it has to do with a person's level of emotional maturity. What do you think?
I think she made a good point that sometimes women are not apologizing because they are emotionally immature. That is a myth. I know all of you have heard the myth of women just mature better than men or quicker than men. That is a mother blanking lie. I know a lot of hard-headed women in their 50s and 60s who are just as childish as can be, okay? Stop putting that on every man, okay? It ain't us, it's you. You have the issue here. Now, what I'm about to do is show a black man talking to black women about that lady who got that supposed brick through to her head. We found out that she was lying. We found out it was a hoax, and she took over $40,000 from you suckers because she told you that black man was not defending her. And I want you to see how they struggle when it comes to apologizing. Let's get it.
You think black men are owed an apology by black women?
Well, we say so. Okay.
No, not well.
I'm gonna say sorry because I can't. I seen the video.
You stuttering.
But I seen the videos of the people talking. But if I apologize, I'm apologizing on my behalf. They still gonna be out there talking about it. They in somebody's room right now bashing the black men. But Guru, how many times have a white woman have lied?
Classic deflection. You bring the situation to the black woman and say, this is the problem. Or you going to apologize for it. Then she going to say, but what about them? How many times do this group of people that you don't even know have said things about, and come on, man, just admit that you're wrong. What's so hard with women, hard for women to say they're wrong? Why can't you apologize? Why can't you say, I'm sorry? A lot of the reasons why your relationships fail, because you will not humble yourself and admit your wrongs. You won't admit to the part that you screwed up on in relationships. You are hard-headed. You are stubborn. You are self-entitled. You don't care about nobody else but yourself. All you care about is how you feel. You don't give a dang about anyone else. That's all this comes down to. Ladies, you have to humble yourself. You have to be able to bring it down and realize I have to be feminine. There is no such thing as a feminine woman who lacks humility. Femininity is built on the foundation of humility. If you lack humility, then you are a masculine, wannabe, alpha, wannabe male. That's what you are. Without humility, you cannot move far in life. Let's keep going.
How many times?
I knew it was coming.
How many times?
Help yourself. I knew it was coming.
How many times? We got Emmett Till on the line.
Help yourself.
YT Women has done a lot.
This woman talk about Emmett Till. Emmett Till ain't got nothing to do with you apologizing to black men for bashing black men because you thought that lady, the brick lady, was attacked by a man and her other male friends didn't jump in and help. When we found out it was a hoax later, you don't want to apologize for that. Y'all were bashing the hell out of black men. They don't want to say you're sorry. It's still somebody else's fault why you behave the way you behave.
I'm not gonna get on this platform and do that. No. Do y'all apologize to all the black women or the other black men when the white women lie on them on these athletes? Do y'all get on platforms and make videos and TikToks? Do y'all do that? Only people I see is the black women rescuing them. Do they do that?
Do they do that?
Do they do that? Do they do that? I got another one for you. I just want you to see how hard it is for a black woman to say, I'm sorry. Good Lord. Good Lord. Good Lord.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but
Everybody.
learn to apologize when you're wrong instead of being defensive because you're embarrassed.
That's a very short clip for all the black ladies. Learn to apologize when you're wrong instead of being defensive when someone approaches you about the wrong you've done. One last clip and we out of here. It's going to be from a white lady, but she makes a very good point.
So much in women that drives me nuts is women who can't apologize.
Oh, accountability.
But they cannot own up at all. Like they refuse. So much so that a guy that I dated before I met my husband, I remember we had some type of argument and I said, I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have said something that way. And he almost passed out because he was like, no woman in his life had ever said, I'm sorry.
Of course.
And he was like, what the hell?
Of course.
And I was raised like my parents, my mom and dad raised me to be like, when you do something wrong or you hurt somebody's feelings and you go back and you apologize. So that was.
I want to say something. That's right. A lot of women are not getting proper raising. The parents are not rearing the children to be humble. You have to teach these things to your daughters, ladies. Instead of trying to make your daughter your best friend, y'all go to the club and y'all both twerk on some random man in the club. You're both smoking weed together. You're both dressing half naked. Your mother's competing with you. Your mother's jealous of you because you younger and you pulling men that she used to pull when she was 20-something. Here it is, she passed 40 now. That's what you're supposed to be doing with your daughters, ladies. You're supposed to be teaching her how to be young ladies, how to grow into older women who are ladies, instead of out there trying to do the same things they are, dressing like them, dress like a thought like them. That's what you're supposed to be doing.
That was bred into me.
Hey, mama didn't raise no fool.
So but I see women, even my friends will have a fight with their boyfriend or their husband, and I'll have to tell them, listen, you need to apologize because sometimes it's going to be you. I
agree with that. Now, before I go any further, let me say this. This will be the last video for today. A lot of you try to send me videos to react to, so there's a criteria to that. So let me explain to it so you'll know. If you're going to send me something to react to, that video or that clip needs to be at least between 6 to 7 minutes long. Okay, that's one thing. The other thing is, send me a video that is 6 to 7 minutes long without another content creator reacting to it, so I can have room for my own commentary to it. The other thing is, if you're going to send me a video that is 6 to 7 minutes long, even if you send multiple clips and when I put them together and they are 6 to 7 minutes long, that's fine. The only thing I ask of you is to make sure that the theme of it or the subject is consistent. For example, if you have 2 clips and they're talking about oranges, that's fine. But if the rest of them are talking about berries, cherries, and bar stools, that's not going to work. I need all of them to be talking about oranges. If it start with an orange, let it end with an orange. And when I put the clips together, it still has to be anywhere between 6 to 7 minutes. So in other words, you're going to have to do the legwork because I do all the legwork for all these other videos myself, and I don't have time to do all that. Another thing is you can stop sending me newspaper articles and stuff that you have to read and say like there was someone who jumped off a cliff and he fell into a bowl of pudding and stuff, and then I have to go look and research that and find the clips for all that stuff. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to need you to go ahead and find clips for that, and I will react to it. So it's a criteria to this. There's a lot of things to do with this. So some of y'all think it's just about jumping in front of the camera. It's not that. You got to do work and research, and you got to put a lot of time in this. So if you want to do those things and you want me to react to your video, go ahead and do that, and I would definitely put it up there. And I also will give you a shout out, as I normally do. I'll give credit to the people who send me videos when it comes to reaction videos. There's no compromising to what I've said. You can send as many as you want because you might think it's good. I'm still not going to use it. It has to follow what I just said. That's the rules. That's the criteria that I must have so I can make it easier to put it on the screen. There's no exceptions to that. Also, what I'm going to tell you, I would encourage you to take advantage of this opportunity right now, because when I reach 10,000, I'm thinking about it now. When I reach 10,000 subscribers, that will only be a privilege that will be accessible to members only. In other words, you will have to have a monthly subscription to this channel in order for me to do reaction videos for you. You can go through my thing on YouTube and find out how much it costs. It doesn't cost that much, but it will have to be a monthly subscription for me to do that. That will be a privilege for only those who are members only, not just subscribers. So anyway, I do appreciate you for your help and your support. I just want to clear that up to help y'all, because I know y'all send me things and y'all probably wondering how come I'm not using it. That's the reason why. And for one of y'all or two of y'all, I've already told y'all this, but y'all just keep doing what I said. I can show you better than I can tell you. So please follow what I just said, and I would definitely try to put them up there when I have the time. Thank you for your support. I greatly appreciate it. Y'all have a great day now. You hear?